Look at this scene. The priest is speaking without any microphone, and I only have two audio sources, one of the camera and the other from the Zoom M3. Now, hear the difference between these two audios.
Derramai, Senhor, a vossa bênção sobre estas alianças que abençoamos em vosso nome. Derramai, Senhor, a vossa bênção sobre estas alianças que abençoamos em vosso nome.
Okay, if you film weddings, events, corporate, documentaries, or every run and gun type of movie and film, you're probably gonna need one microphone like this. This is the Zoom M3. It's a microphone that I'm using more than a year now, and I have my opinion to give to you after a lot of weddings with this microphone. The problem starts with the cameras. Most of the cameras from the market today only make 16-bit audio. And even with a good microphone on your camera, you will not gonna have the same audio depth. This is the sound of the Zoom M3 recorded internally, and this is the sound of the Canon R7 recorded internally with the Zoom M3 passing through the camera. And the Zoom M3 exists for one reason, in my opinion, to give to you a good and secure 32-bit float audio source from your POV. And the result is more safety and immersion. There is no need to set your gain, and there is no fear about clipping your audio. You just record first and decide later. And this immersion comes from the option to change directional or stereo into the microphone or in the post-production. The Zoom M3 give me two files from the same moment, and I'm gonna show you here. This is the micro SD that I use in the M3, and I have here all these files. This is all 32-bit float, and I have one file to show you in this example. This is a 32-bit float audio, as you can see here, 32-bit float, and I have the same audio here in this folder called RAW, and it's the same size, and it's also 32-bit float. Why they do this? I don't know. In my opinion, it's not necessary. You can use only the raw file and you can make everything that you need with the audio. But they make two from the same moment. And this is the app from the Zoom M3. I'm gonna select here the file that I show you. This is 25.12.28.004. You can search the folder. I'm gonna to my M3, and this is the folder I'm gonna open, and I'm gonna choose this file here. You can only change the gain in this file. It's 32-bit float, but you can only change the gain. It's behind the camera now, and this is how it sounds. Turn it on, and I'm gonna turn it off now. This option here, it's not available. But if I choose the same file from the raw folder, I can change the way that I capture. Look, here. This is how it sounds. And if I change my position, you can change the gain. I'm here. And you can change the way that I capture. And this is how it sounds with the stereo turned on, and I'm gonna turn it off now. When you make this stereo, the microphone will capture everything around the microphone, and the audio will be more immersive, but we're gonna bring it a lot of noise too. I'm here, and the sea is behind the camera now, and this is how it sounds with the stereo turned on, and I'm gonna turn it off now. it's directional, and in my opinion, probably you're not gonna hear the ocean behind the camera. I've been using this mic for a lot of natural moments, unplanned moments. And the most important, I use this mic a lot at the ceremony because in many times the priest start talking without the mic, without any lav mic, and far away from any recorder that I put in the ceremony. And the Zoom M3 many times saved my.
Confirme o Senhor benignamente o consentimento que manifestaste perante a sua Igreja. Confirme o Senhor benignamente o consentimento que manifestaste perante a sua Igreja.
I don't use this microphone only for safety, but for ambience too.
Muitos parabéns a estes noivos. Agora sim, estão oficialmente casados. Para eles, uma grande salva de palmas.
As you can see, it's a lot of difference in the way you feel the scene. With the stereo on, you're gonna feel a lot of ambience, reverb.
Muitos parabéns a estes noivos. Agora sim, estão oficialmente casados. Para eles, uma grande salva de palmas.
Outside, this here is not optional. If you want to use this outside in a location like this, you need a windshield, right? The windshield that comes in the kit, it's not so good for windy place like I'm here right now. So use one of these. I bought from a company called Blue Mantis, and I bought this from AliExpress. It's very cheap, and I will leave the link in the description. The biggest strength of the Zoom M3 is safety with immersion. It will make your audio safe, and safety is mandatory for wedding industry, and plus will give you a better audio to give to your client. The Zoom M3 will record the 32-bit float files in a micro SD card and will send a clean signal to my camera. This is very handy because it's easier to sync in the post-production. But remember, even if you are using the Zoom 3 with the camera, don't trust only the audio from the camera, because the camera make a 16-bit audio and the Zoom 3 make a 32-bit float audio. The audio from the mic it's always better than the audio from the camera. Even if you need to make an AI improvement, the 32-bit float it's way better to make this than a 16-bit audio. Now the negative points. The first one, it's the build quality. It's fragile, it's plastic, it's good for gimbals, you can use it in a gimbal, I use it all the time, but it's very fragile. If you not use it with careful, will broke easily. And the second one, it's the battery compartment. Could be better, it works. Yes, works, but could be better, because as you can see, you cannot remove the batteries without removing the mount. In my experience, these batteries can handle 10-11 hours of use, and if you turn off the microphone sometimes, they can last more than that. Now, the most important thing, 32-bit floats save dynamics, but do not save distance. It's a physics question, it's not technology. What I'm trying to say is, if I'm here, close to the mic, and if I speak very quietly and whispers, and bring the gain at the edit, I'm probably gonna have a good audio option. But if I do the same thing a little bit forward, probably will be very difficult for you to hear me even if I raise the gain in the editing. Let's try this. So I'm speaking normal right now, I'm going to try to raise the gain in the edit, but I'm almost sure you cannot hear me here so well if I was speaking very close to the mic, because, as I say, 32-bit float save dynamics, but do not save distance. 32-bit float will not save your audio if you are far from the source. So remember, 32-bit float save dynamics, but do not save distance. If someone is speaking so far from the mic, if you increase the gain in the post-production, you're gonna increase the noise level too. I saw a lot of videos when the people say 32-bit float is very good because you can increase the gain and you're not gonna increase the noise. This is bullshit. As you can see, as you can hear, if I try to increase the gain, I will increase the noise too. Don't trust when the people say the opposite. Only works if you speak close to the mic. If your source are close to the microphone and you need to increase the audio gain, you're probably gonna have a good result. But if someone is speaking at the other side of the room and you need to increase that, not gonna work. You're gonna increase the noise, you're gonna increase the ambience, the reverb, everything. I want to show you the difference between the internal camera mic compared with the Boya mic and the Zoom M3 mic. I'm using the Zoom M3 right now, and this is the sound of the Zoom M3 recorded internally, and this is the sound of the Canon R7 recorded internally with the Zoom M3 passing through the camera. Now I'm gonna remove it and you're gonna hear the sound directly from the Canon R7. This is the sound from the Canon R7 recorded directly with the internal mic, and it's terrible probably. Now you can hear the sound from the Boya passing through the Canon R7, and this is how it sounds. In my opinion, the Zoom M3 it's way better than the other options because it's 32-bit float and will give you more dynamics. The Zoom M3 is great for people like me, wedding videographers, event videographers, documentary videographers, or any run and gun shooter that needs a good and safe POV audio source. But the Zoom M3 is not for everyone. It's not for you if you need a strong gear. This is all plastic, it can break easily. It's not for you if you used to forget the batteries, the SD cards and the lens cap. If you're someone like this and you forget the batteries from the microphone, it's useless without the batteries. And the most important, it's not for you if you think the 32-bit float will save your audio always, because it's not. The Zoom M3 will not replace recording close to the sound source. It helps, it prevents, but does not replace good audio practices. The Zoom M3 is not one of the best microphones in the world, but is one of the smartest tools that you can use for unpredictable situations. And for weddings, this worth every cent. One note, you can use your M3 connected directly to your computer through the USB, and you can use the same USB port to power your microphone like I'm using right now. I'm using a small power bank, and you can use this for hours. So this is everything for today. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up and consider to subscribe to my channel, and I see you in the next video. Bye.